Hello humans, and Random Wizard and welcome to the Random channel. Today we're going to be playing Vikings War of Clans. This one is very interesting because I've been playing this for 3 fucking days, and I want to go over all the basic mechanics of the game at the start of the game, at least. For I've just been playing for 3 days. These type of games it takes months to actually go through every single thing. So I want to cover up the mechanics for the starting of the game, and the reason why there's Clash of Kings in the title. I will be talking about that as well. But let's start off first off with this. So it starts off with you being a Jarl, and you're appointed to a new server. And whenever there's a new server, the latest server, you will automatically go there. You can, however, switch your server to go to other servers until unless your castle is over 6 level. Mine is 8. And there's also like a 14-day restriction. You can go before 14 days are complete in the server you're in. After that, you cannot teleport outside of the kingdom. Obviously, you can teleport within the kingdom. So you have your basic castle. You get your defense and everything, your experience and everything. This one is the building Shrine of Odin. This is used for sending marches. I'll upgrade this. So this basically you upgrade buildings and then you get specific benefits for them. These are all the buildings. I'm not going to explain every single building in detail, but let me give you just a quick rundown. This one is the Shrine of Odin, which is used for how many soldiers can you send at a time, and how many different marches can you send. Marches would be separate different soldiers in different locations. Like if I send my soldiers to, this is the world map, by the way. You can search shit on it, by the way. This is a gold mine. Let's set some of our soldiers right here. This is my first march, and my second march would be if I send some here. And I have 2 marches at the moment, so I can send more here. As you can see, they will go and they will start capturing the area. You can come down here and click this tent button, which will show you how much of each resource is being gathered, and how fast and where there would be, how much time it would take. As you can see, 45 minutes. You will send this to various resources point. We can gather resources from here. There's wood, there's stone, there's iron, there's food, there's silver, and mainly there's gold. Gold is a separate type of resource. It's like the premium resource. You need that for grabbing specific type of supplies in game, like teleports and peace shields and all that. They cannot be compensated with normal ways anyway. Other than that, I have a clan. I've joined a clan, by the way. This one is my clan. So I joined this clan. You can go into the store. You can buy stuff from the store based on how many loyalty points you have, which can also be, you can also go into the item catalog, buy stuff from here. You will have to ask your clan leader to add stuff into the clan store, and once you add that stuff, you can obviously buy it. But I'm just level 1 in this clan, at the lowest member of the hierarchy. As you can see, I should be around here somewhere in the lowest level. There it is. Strongest trash, that's mine. So that's my city name, and you have heroes and everything. Obviously you can help your clan members out, which give you loyalty points and everything. You can also upgrade your buildings as you go. Various buildings, these are manors, which provide you with silver. They just continuously produce silver. These are the barracks, which are very important for training soldiers. Constantly I'm training soldiers because they are required for reinforcement. We have this one, the meat pit and whatever. These are infirmaries for our for the wounded soldiers. You can obviously revive them here. There's a castle wall right down here, which is a weird spot for it to, no, I guess not. I mean, hopefully the entire wall gets upgraded, because it would be weird if we just keep focused on one point. Obviously we are surrounded by the sea. Here's our various farms for food, wood, iron, and stone. Obviously we have this is a vault, which in case if your city get raided by another player, you can use the most of your stuff will be staying in here if you don't have over this limit. As you can see, my food capacity is at 150k, so 150k food will be safe within this vault. Even doesn't matter how many attacks I suffer, they will not be able to take my bare minimum that my vault holds. This is the halls of Valhalla or whatever. These are a bit weird one. This is basically essentially there's there's going to be bosses in there, in this middle room. I can go in here and kill them, clear out floors after floors. You get loads of experience and stuff like that. I've not done it, but I already know that's probably what it is, because I've played games like these. This is our watchtower, which is used for incoming attacks. Whenever attack happens, it automatically tells you that a particular person is getting attacked, and you're getting attacked, sorry, and it will show you the scout and everything. Depending on its level, it will also help you search in the area for specific resource point depending on what level they are. Joining a clan is very helpful, not only for the store, but you can help each other out. That's what I've been doing here. You can earn loyalty points for this, and obviously I can ask others for help as well for building a specific resource something, and I can use these resource upgrades and whatever, these boosts to get forward, and use these boosts to upgrade the buildings faster. Like this building is getting upgraded, I just click on it, boost it, and if I use one of these boosts, and they will obviously decrease that much time. 1 hour boost done. And so I would personally recommend, if you're playing this game, to go for the castle, because I played games like these, and Clash of Kings is the one that I played, which I will be talking about a whole lot after this. But you should mainly focus on the castle. I think 16 level would be most appropriate. Go for a 16 level castle before you do much of anything. Obviously it's going to be very difficult at the start, but that's what you gotta do. Here's our oracle, which is essentially a research building where I can research various different stats and give our players a bit of a stat boost everywhere there, here and there, like increased range of fence from 1% to 2%, various min-maxing things. Slow, it's a very slow game, let me just say that. There's a lot of politics involved and a lot of talking with various clans and everything, to who will be raiding and who will be having a peace treaty with, and various big conversation goes on. These games are expansive. You have to build your guilds, you have to maintain connection, you have to stay maintain your friends. There also you gotta watch out for enemies, and not always do you go out into all out war, because believe me, war in games like these take up a whole lot of resources. I've participated in several wars in Clash of Kings, and I know the amount of resources you end up spending. There's a lot of other mechanics in this game as well, like this chest which you get at regular intervals of time, and a lot of simple things you will probably find out yourself. I'm not gonna go over every single goddamn thing there is. Down here is the training, which I can use to train whatever soldier I want to train. This one I cannot ask for help with, I guess, but whatever. So let's move on to the other section of this video. So the reason why there are mentions of Clash of Kings in the title is this: the game is the discount version of Clash of Kings. The game is mostly a step down from that game. My first point will be the resources take the same amount of time to mine. For example, wood and food take the same amount of time to gather as mining iron or stone. Should it take longer to mine iron rather than cutting wood? That makes no fucking sense, honestly. Even the rarest normal resource of the game, silver, takes the same amount of time. The only thing that takes more time would be gold after that. But other than that, even silver takes just the same amount of time as cutting wood at that point. Clan store is not that good. It has most of the things that one would need for the most part, so I'm not gonna say too much, but it still doesn't have 7-day peace shields and doesn't have farming boosts, which are essential at some points in the game, and I personally really need them, and I didn't see them either, so that's a negative for me. One can build the same type of building multiple times. For example, the barracks can be built multiple times, but I can only train one type of troop in that. You cannot train multiple type of troops. In Clash of Kings, you could have multiple training centers, but they were for different type of troops, and which couldn't be used simultaneously. So you could always, you don't have to focus on one type of troop at the same time. You can just various types of troops. You can kill monsters or invaders in this game. In Clash of Kings, there was a stamina meter. I think this game also has it, but I haven't seen it because it's not in an obvious place. So if the game has it, I have not seen it, so I have no fucking clue regarding that matter. The GUI is a main issue in that regard. There seems to be a general lack of data. I mean, you get stats info if you really look for it, but I didn't see any in any obvious places, like how many seconds or minutes my clanmates can help me save when they use the help feature, stuff like that, which is like really annoying because I need that sort of data, but that sort of data is generally not available straight up. Like I have to go looking into building information and stuff like that most of the time, look for that sort of data. It's not available as such. This game has a domain guard feature which allows you to p-shield a resource point, which is annoying as that would prevent players from tactically attacking a player's troop out gathering resources as long as they pay the game real money and keep guarding their resource points. Like essentially one of the main point was to attack resource points whenever you, like, let's say a player is going to offline and they put some troops on a resource plot to gather resources, you attack their troops to damage them, but now if they have domain guard you can't, which is, as I said, annoying. Resources gathering is unusually easy. With just like 2000 troops I can gather 100k in like less than half an hour. Like it take a couple of minutes to mine about 20k resources, so which is ridiculously fast when I've just started the game with like non-upgraded troops, level 1 troops, and gather that much. That's ridiculous, honestly. Now this is a quirky little thing Vikings did. See, resource search was a feature in Clash of Kings which allowed you to search for resources and monsters, but in Vikings the range is just 10 kilometers at start. You gotta upgrade the lookout tower for more range, which really prevents you from using early game high level resource points depending on your placement on map. Like sometimes in level 1 areas on the map a level 7 resource point would spawn, but if your range is too low you might miss that. Doesn't tell you how much time it will take to mine a certain amount of resources until you get to the resource point, which is like just absurd. Like why not? Like if I'm going to a resource point I would like to get a general idea how long it would take to gather the amount of resources that are present, so I can, you know, plan according to that. Another thing is the world chat is dead. You might think that'd be the case because the server is new. Nah fam, COK's world chat would light up the moment server is formed. Also, where the kingdom shout out at? Like seriously, COK had this neat feature where you could scream your message for some gold. It would show up on everybody's screen, so you can call out people, call somebody a bitch if need be. You can call people certain places to square up. It was lit as fuck, honestly. It was just amazing. It's just like you have some beef with somebody, you just fucking shout them out like, bitch, come over here and let's fight it out. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean honestly a lot of the time these messages pop up on the screen, I was just fucking laughing like some people are fighting over something. And sometimes like players would like bark at other people like, holy shit, where the fuck you at, stop hiding and shit, and other guys like teleporting all over the fucking map and talking shit. That shit's fucking funny. I don't get much equipment material from farming. It's barely anything, neither do I understand the crafting system. Like instead of a color graded system for materials, it's like diamond and cotton, combine them and see what you get. Oh, I don't know. And you never really are sure what am I even getting. So you know, this equipment and, you know, equipment making, forging and everything, I didn't get much for whatever I did in it. No translation or copy option, so if someone wrote something in let's say Russian, you can't translate it in game, neither can you copy it, so you can Google translate it outside of the game, but which makes conversations really difficult. With the translate feature in game in COK, which really helped out, just click on a fucking another language which it is written in, press translate and done, and then it's in English. Most of the time it worked, and you can obviously report to the system like, okay, this translation is not working, they will fix that, which is fucking good. Their fucking developers were on that shit all the fucking time. Let's see what's next do we have. I feel like I don't get as many speed up and resource bags as COK, because I would prefer to get like level 16 castle as soon as possible, but without speed ups that would like certainly take a long time, and also I don't get as much resources from you know, resource bags. Then again, I did get a lot of resources from farming, because this game's farming is like ridiculously fast, which for whatever reason, so it's not too much of a complaint, but still comparatively, and speed ups are definitely a little bit more scarce. I can upgrade a building and use it at the same time, like the research building, the oracle building it's called. You can upgrade it and you can research at the same time. Like how the fuck is like researching even happening while you're upgrading the building? Like the fucking researchers are like wearing hard hats while people are breaking stone above the head. Fucking hell, that's ridiculous. Other than that, double builders are not available. You could pay gold in COK to get double builders for 2 days, which allowed you to upgrade 2 buildings at the same time, but this one doesn't have it. Also, gold seems to be a little bit scarce in COK. I don't know, for some reason I didn't get as much gold very fucking fast. Like even early game, COK allowed you to get a lot more gold than this one, I feel like. One thing I would say is a positive about the game is that when the upkeep of the troops is more than the food produced, then the food storage becomes red, indicating that fact, because, you know, the more troops you have, you need to feed them, so you need more food. But if you don't produce as much food in your own castle, then the system tells you, and then you can go outside and mine for more food, or you can obviously upgrade your farms to get more food, which is very important, especially later in the game. I kind of really want to play COK, but the only reason why I don't do it is because if I start that game, instead of daily uploads, it will be like weekly uploads, because that game requires me to be constantly upgrading, remaining in game, chat up enemy guild leaders, diplomacy, betrayals, checking your peace shield, checking your research and building progress, resending troops to call them back in case of an attack. Like, you attack a few level 10 castles, and then you're getting chased across the map by 3 level 26 castle, and they're just and you attack one clan and the ally clan gets pissed. It's fucking fun. It's a really good game. So if you want an easygoing and less competitive experience, Viking is for you. If you want to persevere through a Chinese hellhole while constantly being on your phone, then COK is definitely for you. Well, technically they did make a COK West for Western people. I didn't play much of it, so I can't speak for it, but it was definitely less competitive. So there's that option as well. Also, this review is not exactly perfect, because I'm only played Vikings for 3 days. It would have been better if I played it for a month before making a review. So that's the case, and on top of that, I'm obviously biased towards COK. So this review is very subjective rather than being objective. As it is what it is. What can I say, honestly? So thank you so much for watching. There's a link in the description to my Twitter. There's also a link to my Patreon. Go check that shit out. I play hentai let's plays there. Bye bye.